Let's be real. In school, we were sold a dream. Go to school, get good grades, and then success will magically appear. But look around you. Millions are educated, unemployed, and so very confused. The world changed, but the system didn't. Success is no longer found in classrooms. It's found in skills, it's found in courage, and it's found in exposure. And until school teaches that, this lie will continue. So let's face reality for a little bit. So, do you know that according to the global study by International Labour Organization, only about half of workers worldwide hold jobs matching the level of education? And then you wonder, why do we even have education in the first place? Now, I'm not trying to discredit education in any way, but what is the essence of going through, especially for us who went through the 844? That is like 8 years, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years you spend studying. And then after studying, and that one I haven't even put the baby years. The nursery school is not even there. So let me say about 20 years. You spend the first youthful year of yourself, you know, studying. And then when you get out, you don't have a job to go to. So where did the system fail us? Because it's so disheartening when you have individuals who are capable of doing something. Personally, I know, people that we've even studied with, but now don't do anything related to the course they studied. You know, because of the job market, you have to find another way to survive. I know friends who've, made businesses, yet they're educated in a certain field, but they go for skill set. You start a business, you learn the trade and do so well. You start something to do with communications or something to do with data programming. You just find a skill and you do better in that area compared to those of us who are still, having problems trying to look for this thing called a job. And it's so sad, even as where I am right now, we have interviews that are scheduled, for some later date. But there's a high number of teachers who are so unemployed that when you go there, you feel like you're not yet an ancestor, to be fighting for that job, because we have a lot of individuals who've been out for the job for very, very long. And the thing is, how is this going to be solved? How is it going to be solved? The high levels of unemployment, and it's not even, let me say, in our country alone. When you look at other countries as well, look at Nigeria. So news the other day, somebody, you know, showed us the certificates. I don't know whatever I don't know whether it was in Nigeria or Ghana, but they were looking for jobs. They're qualified. In fact, they are overqualified. But because of a lot of people being there, you don't know what to do. Like, what is, oh, goodness. Let's not even go far from a personal experience. I'm not yet employed, yet I'm educated, and I've even started my master's. And at some point, I sit and I wonder why I even went for the master's in the first place. Because at the end of the day, the reality is, when reality hits you hard, you learning so much won't be able to help as you starting to earn money. Everything we need, we'll need to earn money first to get it. So it's like you spend money to get money. And you read a lot and you wonder why you're even reading, if that makes sense. Yes, it does. Because sometimes you can go for something and then it starts to become challenging, and then you're even like, why am I doing this when I already have something in hand? But I'm always for trying to better yourself. So in the world we're in today, if schools could just offer skill lesson instead of being taught things that we are not honestly going to use. How many subjects did we learn in school that, not offense, for general knowledge is okay, But in terms of whatever we learned, helping you to maneuver through life, to have a livelihood, no offense, but it's not working out. Some of the things, currently we have the competency based education coming to replace the 844. But honestly, I've never seen the difference between the two, because if you look at the 844, the initial system, I remember when I was in primary school, we used to do these art and crafts, there were music. So I wished that it could have been enhanced more than another new set of curriculum just being put, because we don't have enough trained teachers for this. We don't have enough resources that have been, spread out in schools for this. So it's going to be very challenging, and it's already started confusing a lot of individuals. Even some of us teachers are not aware of that. But this is just the field of education, because that is what I know. That is what I'm on. I don't know about the other industries, but what is common is that there's a high level of unemployment everywhere. So if there's a way that, instead of learning English and I'm a teacher of English, why can't you deal with the communication skill? Sometimes it's not about how good you have a command of language. In as much as fluency helps, it's not how you know the language, but how you're able to communicate with the audience. So instead of just being taught grammar all the time, let's replace it with communication skills, so that you know how to handle it. Let's deal with financial literacy. How do you spend your money? Let's deal with things like programming, computers, coding. Let's find skills that, if are taught in schools, they'll be able to help learners survive the current economy.